Hey you guys, it's that time. Pick a story wherein one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do is to hold each deck up to the camera so you can see if it's resonating with you or not. Starting with deck number 1. Could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or could your story message be here in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here? Or is it in deck number 3? Could your story or message be here in deck number 3? All right, so we will go ahead and begin with deck number 1. We have the Emperor, Daughter of Swords, Eight of Cups, the Chariot, Five of Pentacles. Overall energy, we have the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Hanged Man. All right, so I feel like maybe there's an opportunity presented to you, and I don't know, I almost feel like maybe someone had the hookup. Maybe someone gave you some information, someone introduced you to someone that could help or be of some sort of assistance. So it just looks like, hey, if you want this job, call this person. If you are wanting to go on a date, this person's single, call this person. You know, so it seems like someone like kind of gave you, the info, the 411. Now, whatever is going on, it seems like you are still debating or you're contemplating on whether or not you're going to take this opportunity. And I feel like, it's nothing is going to make you do something before you are ready. So something's going on where you are very much in control and not really rushing. It's like you're thinking about things, but maybe have not taken any actions towards that. Now it looks like you may end up walking away from this opportunity or taking so long to take it that it's no longer available. So I'm getting some sort of basic energy of no longer being available. That also could be a situation if someone's been thinking about you and they've been watching you from a distance. They haven't really been, acting, just strategizing and, maybe making some sort of plans, but everything's internal. And then it also looks like someone is coming off as not communicating enough. Still maybe learning how to communicate, or the things that are being said are not really translating over very well. So it could be that, it's like, okay, well, this person isn't coming towards me, or, someone just feeling like they waited too late. It just seems like lost time. And someone is feeling like, well, I give up, or there's nothing here for me, or they're not coming towards me. So it's like walking away or giving up. It does look as if something could try to stop you from leaving. Like, I don't know, if you're talking about walking away from a relationship, it's like the minute you are deciding that you're no longer interested, maybe that's when someone comes and, tries to stop you, or saying that they can fix it, but it still just looks like it's too late. I feel like once someone's mind is made up, that's just it. There's no turning back. It looks like someone also has now put on their armor and they're very guarded, very protective. Someone is like in protective mode right now, defense mode. And I feel like there's really no way of breaking down that barrier at the moment. So yeah, and then with the Five of Pentacles, it just looks like something was a missed opportunity, or waiting too late. It even looks like maybe someone is wanting to come back in after they left, and it's just like, no, you can't come back in now. You left. That, position's been filled. Maybe, that can apply to a job situation too. It's like you left your job. You're like, man, is it too late? Can I come back? And it's just like, ooh, no positions are available now. You might have applied to something too late, but it's like, oh, it's too late. No more funds are available now. So it does look kind of like missing out. And I feel like your faith is going to be tested because, it's like, well, what do you do now? What are the other options? Where do you turn your focus to now that this isn't available anymore? So there are some things that I feel like you need to figure out. Something's going on too where it looks like maybe someone's trying to get your attention. But, you're not paying attention to them. Maybe for whatever reason, they approached you in the wrong way. Now, some of you may have to put money into your car. Something could be going on where maybe you need some sort of minor repair, or maybe, you need some gas. It just seems like something's going on where maybe money has to be put into the car. Maybe you didn't want to put money into your car. You're like, dang, man, I didn't want to, put any money in a car, but you do. You have to, or you realize that you have put too much money into a car, made some sort of poor investment. And I'm oddly also getting something about delivery. Like some of you may have been wasting too much of your money on delivery or ride share, Uber, whatever. It's like too much money has gone into transportation, or it will be. So watch your spending habits if this hasn't happened yet. I feel too that some of you may be feeling like your needs are not being fulfilled. Something's going on where you don't seem to have fulfillment. You could be with someone who comes off too cold, too distant, too in control of their emotions, and this unwillingness to let their guards down. And because someone is just being too distant or too cold, maybe you're like, this isn't for me. Maybe you are someone who needs some sort of emotional security and it's a drought. It's like you're not getting that. So you're making the decision to let something go. And like I said, even if someone is coming back, it's like once your mind is made up, you're like, no, I realize that I need emotional security and you're not giving it to me. You're never going to give it to me. So, let me just cut my losses and, see what else is out there, or focus on myself. So something's going on where if someone could not fulfill your needs, you're realizing that I needed that, or, this person is never going to give me that. So it's just letting go, walking away from it. Some of you may realize too that someone is just always going to keep you in a friend zone, or is never going to commit. Yeah, some of you, I feel like you are just having to come to some sort of realization about a friendship or about a relationship that you are having, or realizing that a relationship was always going to be some sort of third party attachment. And maybe you're just like, I don't want that. Maybe you tried it, and maybe you tried to control your feelings or try to view it from, you know, a mature perspective. And even after that, it's still like, you know what, I tried it. That's just not for me. So yeah, looks like you guys are just basically cutting your losses and moving on. Something's also going on where maybe you feel left out or misunderstood. I don't know too. I kind of feel like you're turning your back on a lot of people, or it feels like people are watching you, but you're like, you don't care. You're like, well, it is what it is. Like, let them watch. And so it's like you're letting go and people are watching you walk away. I feel too like maybe something's going on where you are coming off like the black sheep or an outcast. Maybe people are viewing you as an outcast, but you don't care. You're standing your ground in regards to what your particular beliefs are. Could be something spiritual, could be something in regards to, you know, the things that are going on in current affairs, but you're standing your ground and you don't care if nobody's following you. You're like, well, you know, it is what it is. These are my beliefs and I'm sticking to it. Yeah. Now, romantically, you could be dealing with an Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Cancer. So the Emperor is coming off as someone who's very confident and very comfortable with themselves, or comfortable with their decision. I feel like someone's very content and someone is in a comfort zone. Someone's just like, I'm very comfortable right here. I'm very comfortable doing it this way. I'm very comfortable with my life. Like someone is, you know, very comfortable with the way that they're living or their current situation. So they're not really willing to make any changes, or someone's like, I'm not going to compromise for your sake. It also looks like, plus I feel like maybe you feel like you can only rely on yourself. Something's going on where maybe it's like you're going through a selfish phase. You're like, no one else is gonna look out for me but me. I don't trust this person with my life. I don't trust this person with my information. I don't trust this person to love me. Like something's going on. I just kind of feel like maybe something's a selfish phase and it's time to just focus on you. Maybe you also feel like people have done that to you, or people have turned their backs on you. So you're like, I don't care if I'm coming off as a dick or a bitch. Some of you may feel like you're worth so much more than what you're being offered, whether it's love or career. You're like, I don't deserve this. Yeah. I feel like you guys are just wanting to be left alone. Looks like some of you got tired of waiting. I'm also getting, okay, I heard that old saying, this is for the birds. I don't know if someone is thinking like that, but it does look like going off to find something that feels familiar with your soul, whether it's a soul mate, a soul group. Yeah, it looks like you lost your passion for something and now you're trying to find it again. Or you have to find yourself in order to find your passion. Now, and then also the whole selfish phase, I almost feel like that may be someone else's energy too, where someone was being selfish and was not, they were too focused on themselves and did not put any energy towards you. Some of you might want to move far away from other people. I'm seeing something about isolation. I do see something about a gated community or living outside the city limits. Someone may want to live like the suburbs or somewhere that's, you know, kind of isolated. I do feel like somebody may come to some sort of realization once it's too late, but that might be the lesson that's learned. Like, lesson learned, don't sleep on your dreams. Don't sleep on your desires. Yeah. And I do feel like somebody maybe feels bad about how something turned out. Some of you may also just like literally get lost on your way somewhere. Seems like you need directions. It also may be a need to take a stand to your family. So I don't know if your family was against something that you wanted, or like if there was someone that you were interested in but your family wasn't feeling this person, but you didn't stand up for this person, or you didn't stand up for what you really wanted. I just feel like maybe you were supposed to, or, you know, either way, it seems like someone froze up and didn't take action when they should have. Now they maybe feel like it's too late, or you feel like it's too late. I feel like someone has like a double life, or the image that they show is not who they really are. I feel like somebody's trying to save face too. Someone is trying to save face. Someone is trying to justify their actions. I feel like someone's reputation is a lie, especially if it has something to do with someone's spirituality or faith. Someone might be pretending to be religious when they're not, or pretending to be spiritual when they're not. Or like maybe your spirituality is different from the norm, but you don't want to tell that to your family. You're not standing up for yourself. Or you recently stood up for yourself and now you feel like a black sheep. I feel like someone is too worried also about fitting in, or because on one end I get someone who's very selfish and doesn't care what other people think, and then I'm getting someone who is concerned about their image and is more concerned about fitting in. So I'm getting some sort of conflicting energies. I don't know if maybe this is your energy and then someone else's energy that surrounds you. But I am getting like conflicted energy. Yeah. So hopefully, you know, those messages made sense or resonated for you. Let's go ahead and move on to deck number 2. We have the Prince of Wands, the 8 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot. Overall energy, we have the 5 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles is showing up again. So some of you, like, the overall energy is about you cutting your losses. Or maybe at some point you had lost your faith. I feel like you guys are making some sort of decision to let something go. You maybe feel like something isn't worth it. You're like, it's not worth it to work here anymore. It's not worth it to stay in this relationship. It's not worth it to keep renting this apartment. Like something's going on where it seems like you feel like, you know what, it's not worth it. And so I feel like you are getting ready to make some sort of change, or you are going off and doing something on your own, even if you don't really know what you're doing. You may be getting ready to take some sort of a risk. You might feel like you're on the verge of something, or just living on the edge. Like something's going on where it seems like you don't know, you know, where life is taking you or how things are going to end up, but you're just doing something anyway. You're like, I don't know, I might fall, I might not. I'm getting detached energies for you guys. But it also might be some sort of cry for help. Kind of like standing at the ledge of a building, trying to see if anybody really cares. Is anyone really listening? Because it does also look like maybe you feel ignored. So maybe you're like, well, let's see if people are paying attention to me standing on the ledge of this building. Will anybody really care? Is somebody going to try and stop me? Maybe you are subconsciously testing people to see if they care. It also looks like you may be dealing with anxiety, feeling like you just need to be rescued because you can't seem to make some sort of decision, or you just seem like you're stressed and don't know where to turn. Like you're on the edge, you're at the end of your ropes with something. You're like, I don't know where else to go. I'm at the edge. Like, what do I do? Like, what am I supposed to do? Jump, fly? Like, it really is no place else for you to go. Maybe something has happened where you've reached a limit. It's like maybe you feel like you're out of options. You're like, I'm all out of options. I'm all out of ideas. I'm all out of this or that. I don't know what else to do. Whatever is getting ready to happen, at least I feel like it's going to be worth it. Maybe you did stick your neck out for somebody. Maybe you did take, or you're about to take some sort of risk that is, or do something dangerous. But it looks like something pays off, and I feel like your faith is going to be restored in some way, shape, or form. If you are having some sort of financial crisis, I feel like right when you feel like, I don't know where my next dollar is coming from, like something happens, maybe some money comes in for you, some money you've been waiting for, or maybe someone owes you, maybe just something that seems like you do get to land on a cushion or security. Your foundation is secure again. Maybe money doesn't necessarily come to you, but like people came to your aid, or word got out that you were in trouble and everybody came to help or see what they could do to assist you. It's kind of making me think of the old movie It's a Wonderful Life, where, you know, George Bailey was given a chance to see how life would be if he had never been born, because he thought the life people would be better off without him. He just got to a point where he felt like his life was useless, and he couldn't help, he couldn't provide for his family, he was making too many mistakes, he just got fed up. So then the angel came in and you know, took that life away from him so he could have an opportunity to see like just how much his life is a domino effect, and he was just being too focused on the negative parts. He was beating himself up too much. So turned out once he had that realization, like simultaneously word had got out that his family was in trouble, and so just like the whole community came and pitched in, and it had that very beautiful ending. I love that movie. So emotional. Okay, but I kind of feel like maybe something like that could happen just when you think that no one's paying attention or nobody cares. They all show up. Better late than never. It also looks like maybe something's going on where, I don't know, if someone's getting ready to get married and it's just kind of like speak now or forever hold your peace, and no one ever does, but maybe someone does, is like, don't marry them, like, I love you, give me a chance, let me love you, let me marry you. Like something happens where maybe somebody's like, don't do it. But whatever it is, it gives you security, or maybe it's the confirmation that you need it. I feel that by you know, setting boundaries and standing your ground on something that you believe in gives you victory. Because again, here you're being lifted like a hero. Maybe you're the one that does a courageous act and people view you as some sort of a hero. They're like, man, do you know like what you did? Like that was heroic, or you're the only one that stepped in, or had no one else done it. So I just feel like you're being lifted up as a hero. I also feel that this victory is about you having some sort of bird's eye view of a situation. Something maybe gives you an edge over other people. So this is something that is successful for you. So maybe in a job or career field, like maybe you're worried, you're like, oh, you know, this business is so competitive. How am I going to stand out? Guess what? You're standing out. You're worried about something, but you were already embedded with some sort of gift that puts you over the edge. Probably in your birth chart. Just check it. Maybe your knowledge of astrology does give you an edge over other people. In a relationship situation, if anyone was torn between you and another person, you are the one that's standing out, or you have some sort of an edge over the other people. I don't know what that edge is, but you know, whatever that edge is gives the other person more of a sense of security with you. And then vice versa. If you're talking to multiple people, or you know, at least two people, is one of those people, they're standing out. I don't know what it is, but something about them just gives you more security than the other person. Now you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Cancer. I feel like you're also having an understanding about self-mastery. Understanding what self-mastery means for you. Or maybe you have like knowledge of self. You could be your own hero in your own book, your own story. You may have to take matters into your own hands. So it also makes me feel like, let's say for instance, you wanted to be an actor so bad, and you keep going on auditions. All these people are getting the parts over you. Nobody's paying attention to you. So finally you say, you know what? I'm just going to write my own script. I'm going to cast my own crew. I'm going to play the part that I want to play. I'm going to put it all together. And that's victory, you know, regardless of if the movie sells or not. The fact that you pull all of that together on your own, I feel like that's what it took. You know, your will was, you know, heightened or strengthened, and your will helped you to achieve some sort of goal that you wanted. I'm thinking about the movie Disaster Artist now. I love that movie too. So good. Some of you seem like you are getting ready to start a new chapter. I feel like you are blocking negative energies. You may even reach a level of maturity. I feel like you're also doing something in regards to a burden that you had. I feel like you are no longer burdened by things. You're like, it doesn't bother me anymore. You're not allowing something to weigh you down anymore. I feel like you somehow learned how to take control of something that was bothering you. Like maybe you were letting all of your energy get away from you by, letting fear have the best of you or jealousy have the best of you. And then something happened where you're like, I'm not going to be fearful anymore. I'm not going to be jealous anymore. And then it does look like somebody is like kind of staying in their own lane. So maybe before you were steering into other people's lanes, and then at some point you were like, why am I trying to drive in their lane? Like, let me create my own lane. And that's how you succeed. It's like maybe before you were trying to catch up with other people, but now that you don't worry about that anymore, you focused on you and your strengths, it puts you over the edge. So if that's something that you're wanting to do but you haven't done it yet, I feel like that's still confirmation that you're on the right track, and eventually one day you are going to find your own voice. I also feel like someone is preparing to overcome their fear of heights, or someone's been practicing something. Yeah, so discipline also seems like some sort of theme for you. Maybe you had to learn discipline. I'm getting something about different languages. Okay, I don't know if this is something about learning different love languages, like the relationships that you've been in. You've learned your love languages. You've learned how to listen to other people or connect or understand their love languages. I'm also getting something maybe about literal languages, like someone knows how to speak different languages. I want to say 8, but if it's not 8 languages, it's a lot of them. I almost want to say, even if like someone is like, yeah, I know 8 languages. I can count in Spanish. I can say prayer in Arabic. I can count up to 10 in Chinese. I can, like somebody is like, well, I might not know the full language, but I know bits and parts of about 8 different languages. So somebody's like, arigato. It's like, oh, yeah, okay, I know some languages. Again, I'm getting something about mastering balance or mastering duality. But something also looks like being nervous about putting oneself out there or apologizing or communicating in ways that are kind of humbling. And it also looks like just as you're letting go or giving up or on that edge is when some sort of change kicks in. Someone feels like, I can't go back to the past. I don't want to turn back. So again, I'm getting that image of somebody being on the edge and people calling, saying, step down, come back. It's not too late. You don't have to jump. I don't know. So it may, I feel like it's more so metaphoric, of course, but it just seems like you're getting beckoned to come back if you feel like you are on an edge, or you've gone too far. Maybe someone felt like they could never be forgiven, and it's like, yes, you can be forgiven. It's not too late. It's not that bad. Um, yes, you'll be forgiven. I just kind of feel like maybe someone's being called back or having a second chance. I feel too like maybe someone felt inadequate to carry out some sort of family legacy or fulfill some sort of obligation, traditional obligations. I heard the name Janine for somebody. Something runs in the family. Something's being passed down to you, or some sort of patterns. It's like, I don't know. Like maybe someone becomes more successful later in life. Maybe this is something that happens in each generation. Something does look like a loss of faith, but is being restored. There could have also been some sort of infidelity in a marriage, or it's like finding out, oh, your great grandfather wasn't all that perfect. Like, get over yourself, or get over that. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like if you did have an image of someone who you thought was so perfect, and maybe you thought you weren't living up to their image, it's like, it wasn't that perfect. People just didn't talk about the imperfections in that relationship. You might find out that a couple that you looked up to in the family, that perfect couple is not who they appear to be. They had their fair share of issues too. Disappointments. Now, I am also getting something about someone's health. Something about vocal cords. Something about vocal cords, and also some sort of back pain may run in a family. Maybe even something like arthritis, joint pain. But it's not too late to take care of it or something. I heard the name Charles for someone. Charlie boy. There also may be an air sign spirit guide protecting you. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like now I just keep hearing Charlie Boy. Somebody saying it like Charlie Boy. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Okay, so I see some traveling. I see a form of traveling. For some of you, this is going to be a literal trip. For others of you, it may be more spiritual. I almost start saying acid trip. I don't know. But like a natural high type situation. So again, I feel like you are also being inspired, or because your faith is restored. I feel like, again, you're coming out victorious. Everything that you were asking for is being given to you, just in a way that you weren't anticipating. I'm hearing like it's covered. It's covered. Yes, that's covered too. And I kind of feel like somebody is like, in this and that, and it's like, yes, that's covered. It's covered. So something that you're not having to worry about, that you were concerned about. Maybe you were concerned about a trip or your car too. Yeah, I mean, if someone was in an accident, it does look like it's covered, like someone had full coverage or gap coverage. So it's all taken care of. I'm also kind of hearing like good looking out. So I just kind of feel like you're protected. Or you're surrounded by angels, or you're surrounded by spirit guides or invisible forces. And then also, like I was saying, I feel like there's a surge in willpower. Like your willpower is soaring. Maybe at first your will was weak. Now you are optimistic and motivated and moving forward. All right, so let's look at deck number 3. Page of Wands, the Star, Five of Swords. I'm gonna call out that Page of Wands, Seven of Wands, Ten of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups, King of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so someone may be going around acting like Peter Pan, or like a superhero. I feel like someone just wants to help everybody or protect everyone. Someone is feeling like a humanitarian, being very generous with their time or information or with finances. Someone is just being very generous. Maybe even playing music that is encouraging or inspiring. Yeah, I feel like someone is trying to express unconditional love the way they know how to. It's like, this is how I show my love. This is how I give back. This is what I do. Someone could dedicate a song to you or mention you some type of way. I feel like someone is just trying to do good with their energy. And I also feel that if you start to receive a lot of positive, I don't know, experiences, or it seems like things are just happening easy for you, that there are going to be some people puzzled by that, and they're going to be like hating, like, why should they get to have that, or what makes them stand out, you know, more than me, or why is this person getting the attention that I want. Like, something's going on where I feel like someone is hating on the fact that you are being blessed with a lot of opportunities, or being shown grace from the universe. It's like, why them? Now, also, this could be you looking on to someone else, so try not to do that. Now, if someone is stealing your work or your ideas, I feel like you should fight for it, or you should not let them get away with that. So, you know, maybe you're having to take legal matters, or maybe you are having to call someone out publicly, expose someone's behavior. Either way, I feel that the Seven of Wands indicates that, you know, justice will prevail, or you having victory over people who are trying to attack you in some way, shape, or form. You're also coming off very fearless. Speaking out. It seems like you're not afraid to speak out. You're not afraid to be you, or defend other people. Maybe you're the one being protective of other people, and you're having to speak up for them. Maybe some of you feel the need to stand up for senior citizens, or people who are just being mistreated, children. You might feel kind of like an activist. Maybe something's triggering you where you're like, like somebody's got to say something. We've got to put a stop to this. And it seems like now you're taking on some sort of big responsibility, or maybe you feel like you're on your own. Maybe you don't also trust people to get something done the way that you would. So another reason why you would be taking on a big responsibility. Romantically, you look as if you are just being very picky. You might have a certain set of standards that you're not compromising on. You're like, like if they're not going to have this, that, or the other, you know, like those are most important to me, so they can keep pushing. Like I'm not interested. So it seems like you would be kind of pushing people away who don't meet your standards. It also looks like if there is a physical attraction between you and another person, you guys are fighting each other off or pushing each other away for whatever reason. Feels like something in regards to freedom of speech. Maybe something's going on globally. Someone may also be working out, especially on their arms. I feel like someone is trying to get their strength back. Maybe someone's been having a loss of stamina and are doing things to strengthen the body, the physical body, the breath, all of that. even if it's spiritual, because there are breathing exercises too that can help. So it looks like you guys are doing something in regards to your strength, trying to gain your strength back. Someone's definitely maybe lifting a lot of weights or something. I feel like there's maybe going to be some sort of change near the end of the month or as we move into Gemini season. Not sure what these changes are. They may be changes. I feel like they're going to bring more responsibility. Like you're going to be very busy going into Gemini season. That could be a good sign for those of you that, have your own business, or if this is about working overtime or making extra money. You also may find yourself being very creative. I see something manifesting for you guys without you really having to try so hard. That's because I feel like something was for you anyway. So you look protected, like I said. You also may be having some sort of dreams in regards to your family, or just having premonitions. Maybe something is like preparation. Feels like some sort of secret. Someone may be sharing secrets on the internet, and somebody may come at you like, well, why are you sharing this, or why are you putting that information out there? And it's like, you might feel like you're free to do what you want. You're like, it's my voice, it's my body, it's my words, it's my this and that. I can do what I want. It also seems like maybe someone is sharing their dirty laundry, or that's how it's viewed in someone else's eyes. And they're like, why are you airing your dirty laundry? Or why are you putting the family on blast like that? And it's like, look, this is my story, so I need to tell it how I needed to tell it. It's helping other people. Someone is learning different ways to confront their shadow or deal with their abandonment issues or trust issues. Romantically, I feel like there's somebody at a distance that has their eye on you. And it's possible that this person's been expressing their feelings for you, but in ways that are kind of secretive or indirect. I feel like somebody used to be in a gang or something. Okay, so again, I'm getting a situation where maybe family is, you're having to stand up to family about your beliefs or your relationship or how you make your money. And then I'm getting people that are also, turning their nose up at you for, how you are getting your money. It's like, why are you worried about how I'm making money or who's giving me money? Someone also may be jealous of your status. Someone's reactions are coming off hurtful, but that's because they're dealing with something personally and they're taking it out on you. Someone doesn't agree with someone's lifestyle or doesn't agree with how something was handled in the family. Someone may be coming off as the black sheep of the family. Okay, so someone's also doing something for attention. Feel like someone just didn't know how to get attention and they're going about it in a way that kind of has a negative effect. I'm getting a name, Mary or Marcella for someone. Signs I'm getting are Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, there's someone that has romantic feelings for you. But I feel like they share the feelings, but like I said, in a way that's secretive or hidden. So it's kind of like something's hidden in plain sight. You also might do what you love in secret. Like maybe you can't tell everybody that you do tarot or that you read tea leaves or like something's going on. I feel like someone's also upset about your gift. Like they don't understand your gift or they don't understand how you have this gift. But because they don't understand it, they're coming off as petty. Someone also might be trying to tell you how to use your gift, and you're like, you can't tell me how to use my gift. Someone is carrying the burden of guilt. Someone feels very guilty about something. So they're trying to, that's why they're offering to do so much. It's more so out of guilt. And then I get to, again, that somebody might be at a distance that has feelings for you, but they're trying to avoid you, or they're resisting. But the feelings that they're having for you is weighing them down. It's starting to become a bit too much, and I don't feel like they can continue to suppress these feelings for much longer. So it's possible that, you know, this person will open up by the end of the month or going into Gemini season. Someone feels guilty for not helping at work, or they're only acting guilty because the supervisor said something, or I don't know. I kind of feel too like someone has a lot of messages to go through or a lot of mail to send out. Someone might just work for the post office, or someone has a type of business where they're always shipping things and mailing things out, and it does seem a little overwhelming, or like there's no help. And it is possible that someone's getting ready to move, but it's like having to move on your own, like nobody's helping. I feel like people are turning their backs, like they could help, but they won't help. I don't know. Somebody's kind of like, well, you made your bed, you lie in it, or since you want to leave, you want to do this on your own, then I'm sorry, I can't help you. So it's kind of like one of those reactions where someone is just doing something because they're hurt that you're leaving, so they ignore you or shut you out. Yeah. Yeah, so those are basically all the messages that I'm getting for you guys, but hopefully something has resonated. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys all for watching. Sending you love and grace.